So you're thinking about moving to Sparks, Nevada, and you want to know a little bit more about the best neighborhoods in the area. Well, in this video, we're going to be going over the top 5 neighborhoods in Sparks, Nevada, in my opinion, of course. And we're going to be going over D'Andrea, Kiley Ranch, the Spanish Springs West and Eagle Canyon area, the Vistas, and Wingfield Springs. We're going to be going over the amenities, the schools, and how convenient they are, and as well as home prices to give you a better understanding of these neighborhoods. If you're new to the channel and you want to learn everything there is to know about Reno, Sparks, and the surrounding areas, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified of any upcoming information about the area. My name is David Tully, and I get calls and emails daily from people just like you looking to relocate to Reno, Sparks, and the surrounding areas, and I absolutely love it. Whether you're moving here in 9 days or 90 days, just send me an email, shoot me a text, give me a call, or schedule a Zoom. All the information will be down in the description below. I look forward to making your move to Sparks, Nevada as easy as possible. The first neighborhood I want to talk about is Wingfield Springs. Wingfield Springs originally started in about 1995. So they're going to be a handful of homes built in the late 90s and early 2000s. If you're looking for something a little bit newer, don't worry. There have been a handful of builders throughout the area, such as Silverado, Genuine, and Lennar, to name a few, that have built a handful of homes throughout the Wingfield Springs area in the last 2 to 10 years. Wingfield Springs might not be the most convenient neighborhood on this list, but there are a handful of amenities throughout the area that make it very convenient. Just 3 to 5 minutes away, depending on where you are in Wingfield Springs, you're going to have a shopping center with a Rayleigh's, a Subway, and a handful of other restaurants and Starbucks. You're also going to have a Save Mart and Winco about 5 to 7 minutes away, depending on where you are. There's going to be a handful of Mexican restaurants, a couple of sports bars such as Bully's, and a Thai restaurant. Overall, it's not that convenient, like I said, because it's kind of in the northern part of Sparks, but you can easily get to places like the Galleria in about 10 to 12 minutes, which has everything you could possibly need, such as Best Buy, Sprouts, Costco, and more. And if you want to drive a little further, you can get to the Legends Outdoor Mall with a handful of other amenities such as Gap, Nike, Adidas, and a bunch of other stores in about 12 to 15 minutes. So like I said, Wingfield is not the most convenient neighborhood if you're looking to be extremely close to some of the bigger box stores, but it definitely has a handful of things that you need close by. It's also only about 10 to 15 minutes away from Northern Nevada Hospital. One of the really nice things about the Wingfield Springs or Spanish Springs area is that they recently built a standalone ER in the Spanish Springs area just off Pyramid Highway, which is really nice. And I've never really seen a standalone ER before, but it definitely gives you some peace of mind knowing that an emergency room is not that far away. One of the other amazing parts about Wingfield Springs is that there are a lot of nice parks throughout the area. There are going to be a handful of parks throughout each community, such as Pelican Park, and one of my absolute favorites is Golden Eagle Regional Park. And this is actually an insane park, and about 1 million+ people or participants come to play softball, baseball, and other sports at this complex. It's absolutely gorgeous. There's also Lazy 5 Regional Park, which is not that far away, just off Pyramid Highway. Another really amazing benefit to living in the Wingfield Springs area is that there is an awesome golf course called Red Hawk, and I highly recommend checking out David's Grill at the golf course. The main schools in the Wingfield Springs area are going to be Van Gorder Elementary, which is fairly close, Spanish Springs Elementary, which is a little further away, just off the Eagle Canyon area. The middle schools are going to be Shaw Middle School, which is also just off Eagle Canyon. Sky Ranch Middle School is going to be one of the newest schools in the area. And last but not least, the only high school in the Sparks area in the Spanish Springs or Wingfield Springs area is going to be Spanish Springs High School. So you want to know a little bit more about the prices in Wingfield Springs. Over the last 5 months, the average home sale has been about $618,000. The lowest has been about $408,000, and the highest sale in the recent 5 months has been just over $1 million at $1,050,000. Wingfield Springs is not one of the cheapest areas in all of Sparks, but it is easily one of the top neighborhoods. Since the home prices in Wingfield Springs are not that affordable, you can imagine that the rent prices are going to be higher. Unfortunately, the rent prices in the Wingfield Springs area for a single family detached home is probably going to run you an average of $2,400 to $2,600. If you're looking for a 1 to 2 bedroom apartment, you're probably looking closer to the $1,500 to $2,000 range. But although it is not one of the most affordable neighborhoods in Sparks, Nevada, it is easily one of the top neighborhoods in all of Sparks. The second neighborhood I want to talk about on this list is DeAndrea, and this is easily one of my favorites because it's the most convenient in my opinion. It is very close to a lot of amenities, and if you have kids, the schools are fairly close. DeAndrea was started in about the year 2000, so there's going to be a handful of homes that were built in the early to mid 2000s, and Lennar actually recently finished 2 or 3 different communities in the DeAndrea area within the last 1 to 3 years. There's going to be a handful of newer homes, probably in the 2 to 10-year-old range, built by Lennar. So you can find an older resale home or a newer resale home. And one of the coolest things about DeAndrea is that it also has a golf course. One of the best parts, like I said, about DeAndrea is that it's super convenient. Just 2 to 3 minutes away is a Safeway shopping center with a grocery store, a sushi spot, a couple of different pizza spots, a sandwich spot, and a Mexican spot called Murrieta's, which has pretty solid Mexican food. Not to mention, there's also going to be a Bully Sports Bar, which is a great place to check out the football games. It's also very convenient to the freeway, which you can get to in about 5 to 7 minutes right down Vista Boulevard. Not to mention, you can also get to the Galleria Shopping Center in about 5 to 7 minutes, and you're going to have access to Sprouts, Ross, Home Goods, Costco, Best Buy, and more. Another really great part is that you're also only about 7 to 9 minutes away from the outlet at Legends, which is a huge outdoor mall, which has, Nike, Adidas, Gap, and plenty of other stores. It's also not that far from the Sparks Marina, which has a really great bar called the Sparks Water Bar. It's also not that far from the Wild Island Family Adventure Park, which is a really great water park, place to play mini golf, go-kart, or even play arcade games. This is why DeAndrea is so convenient and easily one of my favorite neighborhoods on this list. Another really amazing benefit to living in DeAndrea is that it has a golf course. It's only a 9-hole course, but it was just reopened within the last 2 to 4 months. Fun fact that this golf course was actually shut down in 2012, and it was kind of sad for quite some time because people lit the clubhouse on fire, vandalized it, and it was just kind of a sore site for over 10 years. There have been talks over the last 3 to 5 years to revive or start up the golf course again, and they finally did it. A lot of my friends and I have been really getting into golf lately, so I'm really looking forward to one day playing at this 9-hole golf course. And not to mention, they have a really cool driving range with Top Tracer technology, which is powered by Topgolf, which is really awesome. One of the best parts of living in DeAndrea is if you have school-age kids, because it's super convenient. Moss Elementary is located on the south side of DeAndrea on South DeAndrea Parkway, only about 2 to 3 minutes away depending on where you live. And if you have middle-aged school kids, Mendive Middle School is just across Vista Boulevard, just 3 to 4 minutes away depending on where you live in the community. The furthest away is going to be Reed High School, which is only about 5 to 6 minutes away depending on traffic. This is why DeAndrea is a super convenient area if you have kids. You're probably wondering what home prices are like in a golf course community, and over the last 5 months, homes in DeAndrea have averaged about $612,000. The lowest home sale in the area in the last 5 months was $440,000, and the highest in the area was about $780,000. Like I said, overall, DeAndrea is not one of the cheapest neighborhoods in Sparks, but it's super convenient and easily one of the best neighborhoods in my opinion. So the next neighborhood on this list is Kiley Ranch, and this is also a super convenient neighborhood. This neighborhood originally started in the early 2000s, so there's going to be a handful of homes in the early to mid 2000s, but don't worry, if you're looking for a brand new home in the Kiley Ranch area, D.R. Horton finished a community within the last few years, and Lennar is currently building homes with a few communities in Kiley Ranch. The amenities in Kiley Ranch are also very similar to the Wingfield Springs area, but the Kiley Ranch area is a little bit further south, making it a little more convenient. You're going to have a Save Mart, a Rayleigh's, and a Winco very close by. Not to mention, it's just a quick hop to Sparks Boulevard and a quick drive to the Galleria Shopping Center, which has Sprouts, Costco, Best Buy, and pretty much everything else you need, with a ton of restaurants and bars throughout the area. This is a super convenient neighborhood. You also have the ER off of Pyramid Highway, which is very convenient, probably only about 3 to 5 minutes away from the Kiley Ranch area. Another Another great benefit to living in Kiley Ranch is that they have a public 9-hole golf course. They also have a great clubhouse, bar, and a happy hour. And fun fact, this is the only golf course in Reno Sparks and Northern Nevada that does not allow you to use a golf cart. The schools you're zoned for in Kiley Ranch definitely depend on where your home is located, and if you're in one of the newer parts of Kiley Ranch, you're likely zoned for Bohawk Elementary, which is one of the newer elementary schools and really nice, and one of the newer middle schools called Sky Ranch and the Spanish Springs area. If you're in the slightly older parts of Kiley Ranch, you're most likely zoned for Sepulveda Elementary, the newer Sky Ranch Middle School, and Reed High School. The home values in Kiley Ranch are going to be a little more affordable than some of the other communities I previously talked about. The home sales over the last 5 months have averaged about $530,000, with a low of $400,000 and a high of $670,000 in the Kiley Ranch area. Kiley Ranch is easily one of my favorite neighborhoods in Sparks because of how convenient it is. Rental prices in the Kiley Ranch area for a single family home are going to be anywhere in the $2,400 to $2,700 range and can certainly be higher depending on the size of the home. If you're looking for an apartment in the Kiley Ranch area, you're most likely going to spend anywhere from $1,500 to about $2,000 for a 1 to 2 bedroom apartment. The next neighborhood on our list is called the Vistas, and a lot of homes in the area were built in the late 90s to early 2000s, but there have been a couple of builders throughout the area that have built newer homes, such as Genuine and Ryder. And Ryder is still currently building brand new homes at the Heights, and they built a handful of homes throughout the area within the last 1 to 10 years, so there are a wide range of homes throughout the Vistas. And if you're looking for something a little more custom with an amazing view, you can check out the homes off of Vista Terrace Lane with a gorgeous view of downtown Reno, Sparks, and downtown Sparks. They are breathtaking and some of the best views in all of Reno Sparks. The amenities in the Vistas are going to be very similar to D'Andrea because it's only a few minutes away. You're going to have a Safeway shopping center with a handful of restaurants and bars just down the street. And you're also going to be fairly close to the Galleria shopping center. I would say about 10 minutes or less. And you're not going to be that far from Outlet at Legends, anywhere from about 10 to 13 minutes. You're also not going to be that far from the Northern Nevada Hospital. I'd say about 6 to 8 minutes away, right down Vista Boulevard. So as you can see, the Vistas is a very convenient area as well. I will say in certain pockets of the Vistas can be pretty limited on cell coverage, so make sure to get a cell phone booster or turn on that Wi-Fi calling on your phone. The schools in the Vistas are going to be very convenient if you have kids that go to elementary school, as Bud Beasley is right in the community. It's going to be a little bit more of a drive if you have kids going to middle school, which will be at Sky Ranch, and a little bit further away if you have kids going to high school at Reed High School. The home values in the Vistas over the last 5 months have averaged about $583,000. The low in the area has been about $423,000, and the high has been $1.25 million, which is a beautiful home that was on Vista Terrace with an absolutely gorgeous view. There are not a lot of rentals in general in the area, and most of what you can find are going to be single family homes in the $2,300 to $2,700 range, and definitely goes up from there if it's a bigger home. Last but not least is the Spanish Springs West area, or the Eagle Canyon neighborhood. And if you're looking for a little more space, or possibly a 3-car garage, or maybe a 1-story or ranch style home, this could be an awesome neighborhood. Most of the homes in this area were built in the late 90s to early 2000s, but there have also been a handful of builders who are currently building new homes throughout the area. Some of the notable builders are Lennar, Silverado, and Toll Brothers. Toll Brothers is currently building a brand new home community called Cinnamon Ridge, where they have beautiful 1- and 2-story options at a somewhat affordable price for a luxury home. I would say that the Spanish Springs West, or the Eagle Canyon area, is not the most convenient, and there aren't a ton of amenities close by, but I will tell you that there are a couple grocery stores within about 5 minutes, such as a Winco Foods, a Save Mart, a couple of sports bars, Mexican restaurants, and a Thai restaurant, all within about 5 minutes. But if you want to drive just another 3 to 5 minutes further, then you can get to the Galleria shopping center, which has Costco, Home Depot, Walmart, and more. So although there's not a ton of amenities within about 5 minutes, you don't have to drive that much further to get to other amenities. One of the other really nice benefits of the Spanish Springs area is their new emergency room at Spanish Springs, just off Pyramid Highway. The main schools in the Spanish Springs or Eagle Canyon area are going to be either Hall or Taylor Elementary, Shaw Middle School right off of Eagle Canyon, and Spanish Springs High School, which is also right off of Eagle Canyon, which makes it super convenient. Home sales in the Spanish Springs West area or the Eagle Canyon area have averaged over the last 5 months just about $500,000 $595,000, with a low just around $420,000 and a high of about $890,000. There are going to be a handful of 1 and 2 story options throughout the area, but I do believe there are a good amount of 1 story or ranch options with a little more space and 3-car garages in the Spanish Springs West and Eagle Canyon area. Most of the rentals in the area of Spanish Springs West or Eagle Canyon are typically going to be single family homes, and they're going to range anywhere from $22,000 to $3,000 a month. There are a handful of other great neighborhoods in Sparks, Nevada, but these are the top 5 neighborhoods in the Sparks area in my opinion. I hope you found this video helpful. If you're moving to Sparks, Nevada or the surrounding areas, whether it's 9 days or 90 days, send me an email, shoot me a text, give me a call, or schedule a Zoom. I look forward to making this move to the area as easy as possible. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.